So today is going to be a part 2 on education. Today I'm going to inform you on the mistakes to avoid when choosing a college. This is going to be vital and detrimental to your soul if you don't listen. Stay a while because we about to start.
Having this conversation will change your life. You will learn, grow, and be a changing agent for our generation. This conversation is everything.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, as promised, I'm going to talk a little bit more about education. I'm going to try to make this brief. So, I'm going to talk to you about mistakes to avoid when choosing a college. Let's dive right in there. So, the first one that I'm going to tell you about is rushing the process. Trust the process, don't rush it, okay? Finding the right college takes time, effort, and a lot of research. So take your time, all right? It's usually a lengthy application process as well. So don't think that it's gonna be this easy piece of cake thing. It shouldn't be. If it is, I'm kind of questioning that. Waiting until the last minute to do an application or just falling into some type of a college or degree is never a good idea to do, you know? It takes, time to do that stuff, like I said. And the most important factor of all of that equation is you. So make sure that you take your time too. One thing that you shouldn't be is a follower, all right? Following a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a best friend, a family member, or whoever to a college of their choice may seem like a good idea because you want to stay close to that person. But you know what? That may not be the best decision for you. So that's a very pivotal point in your life, a very big turning point. So make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons and not just chasing after individual. You need to remember to make the best decision for yourself. If your relationships are strong, they should last, even if you're separated from that individual. But, if it's a little rocky at that point where y'all separated, then hey, that should let you know something right then and right there. Another reason to not go to a university is because you are a die-hard fan of that university. Everybody got their favorite team, including me, but just because a college have a great sporting team or it does a lot of events doesn't mean that that's the right educational journey for you. You're there to learn, grow, and graduate. So that should really be the only thing on your mind. Everything else outside of that, the filler things, the extra things, those are great and good to have. And no, we don't want to go to more college, but at the end of the day, our educational journey should trump any of the extra outside factors other than the educational aspect of it. So just make sure you're paying attention to that. Another reason to not choose a college is because of temptation to party, all right? So we all know that people want to join sororities and things like that, but we can't live off of a sorority. You literally are going to live off your degree and the money you make off that. So make that wise decision. While you may be itching to get out on your own, party like a rock star, get lit and all of that stuff like that, that's really not what college is about, all right? Like I said, college is about going in there, taking care of business, and bouncing up out of there with something that you didn't come there with, which is a degree, all right? When choosing your college, you must understand the environment as well. It's not always going to be lit. It's not. It's going to be pain, suffering, crying, tears. I don't want to study. I need to study. I don't want to study. I need to study. It's going to be all of that. And so you got to be ready for that. So just make sure that your priorities are in order when you go there, all right? Make sure that the setting is conducive for the real goal at hand, which is learning and getting your degree. Another wrong reason to choose a college is for the location, all right? The location should be a factor in choosing your college, but at the end of the day, it should not trump everything else. Like if you found the perfect degree and everything at a college, but you don't want to go there because they ain't got no college parties or they don't have this or they don't have a football team, then hey, you better get over that. Take that degree from where you going and get it going. Another reason is the cost. While the cost is a huge hurdle and it plays a huge part in the lives of many individuals that's trying to go to college, you got to think about that as well. So people who apply for financial aid or their parents are paying for their college, they should not neglect to think about the cost completely. As the cost adds up with the more things associated with that, and we should always keep our mind on that. Make sure we're watching that part, all right? And another downfall is not visiting the university at all. That is kind of bad. But I know that some of the online courses, online universities, you really can't visit there, and that's a whole different story. But you're talking about a university that you have to physically go to and live to, you better visit that place. One person's dream, could be somebody else's downfall. So don't always listen to what other people say about the universities. Make sure you go, you plant your feet on the ground, and you walk that campus. You walk that pavement like you ain't never walked no pavement before, all right? You see that grass. Is the grass green or is it brown? Or the teachers, all one ethnicity, or is it diverse? Like, what's going on over here? We got to understand that stuff. This is why going by what you've heard is not always good at times, but go by what you see. Show me what's up so I can know what I'm doing when I get here, all right? Also, looking at the website, you may get, the good, not really the bad or the ugly part. So, of course they're going to hype themselves up on the internet. Oh, we're number one and we're this and we're that. Okay, but the other colleges I just seen online said they number one too. So who's really number one? Things like that you gotta watch out for. Another one is relying on the reputation of the university that you are thinking about going to. Just because it says high ranked or prestigious, or it's even a designer school, doesn't mean that it's the right school for you. Doesn't mean that it's, a good educational fit for you. So you gotta really think about that and just back away from the words and look at everything else that the college has to offer. Don't always assume that the difficulty of getting into the school depends on the quality of the school, because it could be really, really hard to get into a place, but the education could be horrible. So you gotta pay attention to that as well. So I've given you the don'ts on education. So please take this video, share it, like it, comment, do what you want to do with it. Put this in your back pocket and do all that you can do and rewatch it, revisit this when you're thinking about going to college. So until next time, have a good day.